In this video, it's another tried and tested review. This one's all about Hostgator. Now, Hostgator is a hosting company. It's where you'd actually pay to rent some space to actually have your site go online. And just something to get out there real fast, if you've done any sort of Googling on Hostgator at all, Hostgator has taken a reputation hit over the last year. They've actually migrated, they've been bought out by other companies, and they were building out this whole server farm in Houston. And during this transition, it was rough. There were times when sites went down, some of them as much as the majority of a day. And it was a big deal because HostGator kind of prides themselves on having sites staying up all the time and having this great, what they call uptime percentage of 99.999. But they ran into some roadblocks and they took a hit, definitely took a hit. So what we wanted to do, we do use HostGator, and we wanted to go through and now that they've gone past a lot of those growing pains, personally, I think they've learned an enormous amount from those growing pains and have bolstered themselves so that obviously that's not going to be happening again. And again, we use them. We use HostGator. We actually use another company called Bluehost, which is actually owned by the same company as HostGator. And we also use another one called Liquid Web. So we've tried a number of different hosts, and overall HostGator does a really pretty good job. So let's go ahead and discuss the reasons why we say that. So ease of use is first and foremost. HostGator has what they call a cPanel interface. Now, whether or not you use HostGator or some other host, cPanel is an incredibly easy interface to learn from. And the interface is really just there to show you all the different things you need to do to set up your website. So it's where you can do website backups. It's where you can set up your email. It's where you can add domain names. There's lots of different things you do in this cPanel interface. And a lot of people use it, and it's easy to learn. So that's why one of the biggest reasons that we like it. There's also a lot of built-in applications. In fact, they have one called Quick Install that for those of you, if you're like us, we use WordPress. And all you have to do is you just do a one-click install that automatically installs WordPress to your website. And then you can kind of make your adjustments and install your themes and everything to WordPress without having to manually go in and do FTP or any other stuff. They also have something called File Manager, which replaces the FTP. So you don't really have to go to an FTP if you don't want to. You can just use the File Manager, and it's a way to do it online through the web. So pretty cool. The flexibility here is also nice, and it didn't used to be like this, but it is now. So HostGator has actually expanded out their offerings over the past years, where they used to be just for shared hosting. Now, shared hosting, you can see here on these images, is actually pretty cheap. And whenever you see cheap hosting like this, where the prices are really low, it's always shared hosting. So even though it says unlimited, it's not really unlimited. There's always something that you can kind of peek out. And when you're just starting out, if you're just starting off on a blog, start with shared hosting. Go with something cheap, because that's really, you don't have any traffic coming to your site, so who cares? As you improve the traffic to your site and you have more and more people coming to your site, all you do is you just upgrade the server, and you can do that all within HostGator, and then basically just buy the new server or pay for the bigger upgrade that you need, and HostGator transfers everything, and they do it all. So that part is kind of nice. It's nice to have everything under one roof. Support gets 5 stars, and we don't really do this very often, but I've had very good results with their service. And we've done it through email, we've done it through live chat, we have actually called them too. So we've used all 3 of them. I prefer the live chat option because we can get answers, and they're very educated and they take care of things pretty quickly. So that is, support for us has been top notch. That's our experience of it. And again, some things it's a little technical that we would need help with. Other things was just knowing what form to set up in order to maybe get an SSL certificate or something like that. But they handle everything, and we haven't had a problem with them. So we love the support. The value for the money, again, another 5 stars, because it's not expensive to get started. You can start with a shared hosting account. You saw they're as low as $5 or $4 a month. They're super cheap. And then as you improve your site, right? So as you get more stuff on your site and you need more space, or as you have traffic hitting your site and more people are finding out about you, HostGator will let you know, and then you can accommodate and grow, and you just get bigger and bigger space or faster and faster servers if that's what you need. You can even create what they call a reseller account, which is in a way kind of like you running your own hosting company. You basically buy a server from HostGator, or rent a server, I guess it is, from HostGator, and then they will allow you to resell hosting. So if you wanted to do some sort of membership program, and then as part of that program, you would offer free hosting, you could actually do that, and you could set that up, or you could just resell it on your own. and charge somebody $7 or $8 or whatever you wanted to do. So for us, we actually did try doing that briefly. There's a lot of technical stuff there, so if you're not really a technical individual, it's probably best to not do that. And even though we could have done it, we just decided it wasn't worth it for the reseller accounts. But it is an opportunity for those of you who are into that. Now, dependability, we're going to drop them down to 4 stars here. But to be honest, again, we've used a number of different hosts. They all have issues. Every single one of them has gone down. Every single one of them has had security issues. Every single one. So at the end of the day, you just want to pick it. I think my recommendation is to pick your hosting company based on how easy is it to use, meaning things like, do they have cPanel? And then how good is the support? And if you can get them and access them and talk to them and have them explain things in a language that you can understand, which in my opinion, HostGator does. So again, dependability 4 stars, because honestly, we would give nobody 5 stars. That's 100% uptime, and that does not exist. But overall, again, they're a huge company. I think they've learned a lot about those outages and how to keep them from happening again. And since those, it really hasn't been an issue as far as we can tell. So if you're a marketer who's new, again, to the ins and outs, I would absolutely recommend that you go with HostGator. They are very simple to set up. It is very quick to set up, and they are used to working with beginners. So they understand what it's like. They know the questions you're going to have, and they will have the answers that you need. And of course, the money, it's perfect. It's super cheap to get started. There's very little risk to it, which is great. So I would absolutely recommend taking a look at it. For more information, as always, you can just visit us at seriouslysimplemarketing.com. We look forward to seeing you there, and we'll see you on the next video.